Hey, are you ready? Welcome to the St. Michael podcast. What's up? What up? Welcome to the St. Michael podcast, one man's attempt at business, family, and comedy. I'm your host, Michael Agbajan, and yes, we are here at episode 36, the 36th episode. We finally made it. I want to say thank you to everybody who subscribed to the YouTube channel, who watches it there, those who leave a 5-star or any feedback in the Apple Podcasts to help people find and reach this podcast. I want to say thank you. I really appreciate it because, as you know, I am in Dallas, Texas, and for the last 2 weeks, it has been raining. And you know, when it starts raining and in a business where you're weather dependent, things start to get a little weird. And I have to figure out ways to inspire and keep my employees motivated during these times so they don't quit on your boy. Because I ain't trying to rehire through this time right now. But everyone seems to be doing well, doing fine, but things are a little ghetto on the Waterboy side. But it'll be better because the rain's about to stop in the next few days, and that's usually a turnaround for me. But it gives me some time to read, and what I have been reading lately is this. It's called the Slave Narratives. You know, if you're watching it, you could probably see what I'm showing you right now. The Slave Narratives, a folk history of slavery in the United States from interviews with former slaves. And wow, it's hard to say it's good because it is amazing, but it's kind of sad. It's kind of vexing a little bit because you're hearing firsthand interviews from former slaves and the transition from being born into slavery into getting out of slavery and then them finding employment. And it's pretty shocking to hear, you know, the things that a lot of these people go through. The thing I like about how they set this up, because this was done, you know, it's called the Federal Writers Project, early 1900s. And the way they set it up is that they do each interview, you know, word for word of how they say it, how they, you know, everything. Like they don't say master, they say massa. And eyes lucky to, you know, they put everything down exactly how the former enslaved person said it. And to hear some of the stories, you know, when I first started reading it, I started to get a little bit upset, a little bit sad, or emotional, let's say that, because they were not educated at all. And you could hear that they can't even get simple forms and words out. And, you know, they have a simple way of how they address things and talk about things. But see, as you continue reading different interviews, you notice that they're all different. You know, former slaves were all different. Some of them went towards a way of going into preaching. Some going to ways of education, some into government. You know, there's one preacher who said, while he was, you know, a preacher on the plantation, he said they weren't allowed to read, but his master was able to encourage him to continue preaching. But he said that his master told him, make sure that you tell all the slaves that if you obey your master, that you will get to heaven. And he says, that's what I did. I told him and I reminded them every day that if you obey master's rules, that you will get to heaven. And that was, again, what he did on a daily basis to everybody. And then, you know, you have one older woman who actually, she said, like, enjoyed or didn't mind picking cotton. And that the reason why, her reason for it is because she didn't have any back problems. And she said, because I didn't have no back problems, I didn't mind picking cotton. Actually, I like being out there singing all day with everybody. I actually liked it. And I was like, wow. So to hear that she didn't have a problem at all, and she's saying, hey, personally, I didn't have any back issues like the other ones. So because I didn't have back issues, I could stand up and get down and stand up and get down as many times all through the day, you know? And, you know, it was that. But there was this one special one as I was reading, because it seemed like there was a lot of a lack of education that was happening. And then I got to this woman named Ann J. Edwards, and she was so intellectual and so smart. I was like, wow, she tells this story in an amazing way about, where she came from and how she got married. Like she was adopted by a gentleman by the name of Howard. What is it? Richard Kane, and he was a congressman, a Republican congressman at the time, and is a black guy. So he was a former slave as well, and they had to escape so many different white mobs as they were like going into politics, because they said the white people did not like it at all, and the federal government set them up with a 24/7 bodyguard to guard them. And at one moment, he almost gave himself up to several white mobs that were outside of the house. He told his, children, go upstairs, told the wife, go upstairs. I'm just going to sacrifice myself and let them tear me apart, so therefore y'all could continue to live. But, again, they still had protection, and they ended up moving to Washington. And she ended up going to Howard, and she ended up getting married in Howard. And just to hear, their thoughts was very clear, and is enlightening, because she would say that the thing that they were focused on within the black community of working on was mental development and wisdom. They're saying that was the biggest thing that the black community lacked at the time of getting out of slavery, was mental development and wisdom. Because at times people would go to different places like up north and to California because they were more integrated. And there's restaurants that serve both black and white people without any type of like Jim Crow or separation or anything like that. But then California had to change its rules because they said that black people were abusing their privilege, their free privilege. And the weird part was that a lot of the former slaves, at least the intellectual ones, agreed. They said if black people would act a certain way, then there wouldn't be so many issues. So they said that in the restaurants in California, some black patrons will come in and they'll be loud and obnoxious and rude towards the other patrons, and made it uncomfortable. And because of that, they had to restrict, how the access for black people and serving them in the same ways. And, the black people say, yeah, black people were, the former slaves saying, yeah, black people were abusing their privilege. And, they didn't have the education required. And it's the difference is that, even back then, as you see now, as is very reflective, that common sense is not as common as you think, and that back then, just like now, it's like some people get it and some people don't. Because even now, you'll have it. Some people come into stores, retail stores or anything like that, with their music blasting. I'm talking about blasting through the speaker. And then you're like, hey, can you turn that down? Like, oh, shit, my bad. It's like, come on now. How did you not know that that's not a smart thing to do? Especially when you're messing with other people's privacy in the same the same area. But the thing is that some get it, some don't. And that was the issue then. And again, this woman, Ann J. Edwards, who ended up moving, down to Fort Worth, which is pretty cool. She said that her main focus, and a lot of the educated black people, at least coming out of slavery, their focus was to develop the minds of black people. So therefore, the ailments of what happened during slavery don't continue into our future. And to see some things that are kind of happening then and still happening now, it makes you wonder, like, what are the solutions? There's this one gentleman who he said that the biggest thing he worried about after being freed was finding employment. So he found employment and being a preacher, and he actually had a farm, but then he said he couldn't walk very good anymore due to injuries of being enslaved, and that he's just going to live off his $14 a year pension and whatever they could sell on their farm. And then you had another couple, where when they were released, they actually found an abandoned home, but it was an abandoned haunted home because the person who owned that home ended up strangling and killing his wife in that home, and then he fled out of the country. So he just left that home. So then, he said all the slaves at the time were telling him, don't go into that home. That's that's a haunted house, and don't go in that house. And then he said, I didn't believe him. I'm not superstitious or anything like that. And then him and his wife moved in, and they said that it was haunted. He said that there was a woman who will walk around in a candle every now and then in the house. You'll see the light flicker with a candle inside the house. And I was like, whoa, creepy. Yeah. So, the fact that just seeing how and again, I'm only like 50 pages in, this is pretty thick, and I look forward to reading this entire thing and just seeing the different experiences. But I did see how Juneteenth is an actual real thing, because a lot of the former slaves were saying that, hey, we were in Texas and we didn't find out that we were free until 3-4 years later. They said that one guy ended up getting tricked. This one former slave, he said that a guy said if he'll give him $1,000 if he gives him a bale of clean water. So he gave him a bale of clean water. He took the $1,000, and he said he tried spending it, but because the Confederates lost the war, he gave him Confederate money, and that $1,000 was worth nothing after the war. So he said he got gypped on that, but he said that's what a lot of newly freed slaves had to figure out, is how to navigate currencies and not being played and tricked out there. But a lot of them were told late. One guy, they said that the North came in, and when they bust inside the house, the master ran and he hid underground, and he's like, hey, what are you, the slaves are inside the house, and they're like, what's going on? It's like, hey, look, you's free as much as me, so you need to go ahead and leave. And what they did is they ransacked the house. They ended up breaking all the windows. They said it looked like a storm hit. They broke all the furniture, and they said, you're free, get out of here. So it's pretty interesting listening to all the tales and the narratives that people have to give from way back then, and kind of like reflecting on the effects of what happened then and what's happening now. So I do encourage anybody, if they get a chance, you could borrow this after I finish it. But it's called Slave Narratives, A Folk History of Slavery in the United States from Interviews with Former Slaves. But now I got to figure out, how do you go from that all the way to what's happened this week, Travis Scott and his fire deal with Mickey D's. Mickey D's. Yeah, he has a fire deal with Mickey D's. Not the $6 Travis Scott meal. Is that the fact is that Travis Scott is the second celeb in McDonald's history to ever do a menu deal with McDonald's. And that's across all United States, all the McDonald's here, all the franchises. And the first person to actually do it was Michael Jordan. They had the what they called the McJordan Special. The McJordan Special was a quarter pounder with cheese, bacon, and barbecue sauce with a fry and a drink, right? But then you got the Travis Scott meal, and it's been re-envisioned to a quarter pounder with cheese, lettuce, and a medium fry, Sprite, and a barbecue dipping sauce. And the even doper part about this is that he took it to that next level, because this is like great marketing. It's going to help McDonald's overall anyways, because McDonald's through this pandemic has been kind of hurt. Their sales have been down by 30%, a third. And, this is definitely going to boost, their sales. They're doing it for a limited time until October 8th. And yeah, I just want to say congratulations to Travis Scott, because it's a cool deal because he's able to not only uplift his own personal brand. My wife thinks that he was able to get this deal mainly because of, that he's associated with Kylie Jenner or any of the Kardashians. And, the fact that he has a baby with Kylie Stormy is why he's able to get this deal, Or some may say his music is that good. Who knows? But it's a $6 meal. He said, tell him Cactus Jack sent you. But the dope part is that the merch that he's able to sell on his own personal site is like McDonald's merch. You get McDonald's t-shirts, you get that, with Cactus Jack on it. He's selling socks. He's selling lunch trays, lunch boxes. He even has a $90 chicken nugget pillow that he's selling. And so far, that's been on fire. And I just want to say, like, that's pretty revolutionary that Travis Scott, a Houston born and raised rapper, able to lock in such a nationwide commercial deal. And it's pretty dope because they're even selling rugs. They're even selling rugs for you to get. But, the same thing, this happened. This whole McDonald's deal happened a week after that a viral video went on TikTok when a woman had a 20-year-old McDonald's burger, and it looked literally like it was fresh off the grill. 20 years old. 20 years ago, you're talking about NSYNC was dropping bye 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 bye. That's when think about how old a 20-year-old. That's when Aaliyah dropped Dust Yourself Off and Try Again. I'm talking about 20 years ago, Boiler Room. I'm not sure if y'all have ever seen that movie. Came out in 2000. Boiler Room was fire. And it came out with this line in Boiler Room that I still remember to this day. It says something to the sense of, everyone's being sold. When you're talking to a customer, they're either selling you on a no or you're selling them on a yes. But someone's always being sold. And that was fire line. But watch Boiler Room with Vin Diesel. Very, very, very good movie. But yeah, 20-year-old sandwich, still looking like it's fresh off the grill, with griddle marks and all that. And McDonald's had a big missed opportunity with responding to this. Instead of responding in a way and talking about how fresh their food is now, or how they only use a certain grade A beef and all they put is just a little salt and pepper, and they don't put any additives or preservatives or anything like that. Rather than going in that direction and reframing the narrative around their food, which, as they have a history of not having, I would say the freshest food. And, rather than to change the narrative, they missed out and they said, in the right setting, our burgers could decompose. They said could decompose, and the same thing happened, and I think in like 2007, where a guy, he was a salesman, and he would show he'll go door to door with a McDonald's burger and show them the difference between like eating healthy and what it could do if you eat the burger. But then one day he forgot that he put the burger in one of his like jacket pockets, and they left it in that jacket in the closet for 14 years. And then when the wife discovered the jacket, she said, "Whoa, you have a burger in here." And she opened it. That thing looked brand new. Brand new. Other than the pickle being gone, that thing looked brand new. And again, McDonald's, they were in big trouble then. That's when people started to realize their food's not fresh. It doesn't decompose. And they're saying, if you have food in your fridge, or food in the house that's been left out for a couple of days or even a week and it goes bad, you want to get that out as ASAP. But if you're telling me that a McDonald's burger, you could leave it and it preserves itself for 30 years, Jesus Christ, you know what that does to your insides? But they said they're making some changes, but yeah. So hopefully this whole thing, helps out McDonald's because I love McDonald's. I was raised off of them, so you can't talk down to me about McDonald's. And people are like, ew, their food's nasty. Okay, but how about their business? The business of how they went into charities and the business of marketing and advertising. There's a lot of lessons to be learned in how they're to me, McDonald's is like the Disney of fast food. They're the first to come out with the dollar menu, the first to come with the drive-through. I mean, talk about real innovations right here. You're listening to real innovations. So hopefully everything, smooths over with McDonald's because I'm rooting for y'all. But yeah, also I want to give a moment of quick silence for those who are going through it here in California because there's wildfires that are happening. So hope that you stay safe and that you're able to find a way out of this because the wildfires that are happening in California combined with a pandemic that's happening. California is really being tested right now. And I told you that migration starting to happen outside of where people were leaving California. And this just kind of gives people a little bit more of a reason because work from home is not really working out there, especially if you don't have to be at that particular home. So maybe I think that this is going to cause an even larger migration outside of California due to all the wildfires, the pandemic, the restrictions, all that. And I told this, someone asked me because we're kind of potentially thinking about moving to maybe Frisco, not sure. But I told someone Frisco and it's like, San Francisco? Oh, don't go there. I was like, hold on, what's wrong with San Francisco? And she said that I'll never go to San Francisco because they let homeless people poop on the sidewalks. And I was like, they let homeless people poop on the sidewalks? He's like, yeah. And it's like legal and it's okay for homeless people to poop on the sidewalk. And I was like, I didn't expect to hear that today. So California is going through it. And they said that you could even see the flames and the smoke being carried over to Oregon and Washington. So praying for those out there, keep you all out of harm's way. And that you're able to evacuate. I know they evacuated 2 prisons. I wonder how that goes. I need to look into how they evacuate prisons. Because if I was a prisoner and there's let me not even assume. Because I was about to say, if I was a prisoner and they're evacuating, that's how I'm going to find my way out. But obviously they got a plan. I don't know what plan they have for evacuating prisoners. But a lot of things are happening right now. I want you all to stay safe. I really appreciate you all for joining me on the 36th episode. As you already know, I love all of you. And we have next, which is a sweet, delicious conversation with my wife, Blytha. And hopefully you love it because we love you. So I will see you later. It's great talking to you. All right. Peace out. Hey.
What up?
How are you?
Surviving.
Surviving?
Hustling, surviving. Singing in the trailer. Good times.
No, there's another song, The Survival. What's the one with Lil Wayne?
No, that's Destiny's Child.
No, it was with Destiny's Child. Remember? They put him in it, and I think they put T.I.
No, that's a soldier. No, I need a soldier. And then me.
Yeah.
And I gotta look down and a thin in the knee. And you gotta be hood. What was the name of that song? I Need a Soldier?
I think so. I don't know.
I don't know either.
That's a shame.
Mm-hmm.
We can look it up. Producer, look it up. No. I don't even know if I'm. How are you doing?
I'm okay. I'm a little under the weather. It's raining.
Yeah, it's raining pretty hard right now.
Mm-hmm. It's pouring outside.
But she said, "Babe, we have to film today. We can't let our audience you can't let our audience down. I was like, wow, you're so dedicated. You're so dedicated.
Gotta give the fans what they want.
I'm lying, y'all.
He is lying big time.
Mm-hmm.
I'll be the main one. Let's do it tomorrow. Let's do it tomorrow. No,
Yeah,
let's do it tomorrow.
if I didn't say anything, if I didn't say she was lying, she would have took that credit.
That's true. I would have.
You would have?
I did. I think I did. I think I did already.
Yeah, so what do you think? You think you got a cold or something?
I don't know. I think I got coronavirus. I'm just kidding.
Yeah,
no,
you can't joke about that.
I know. No, I think I have. I don't know what I have. Maybe it is a cold. I don't know. You know, you have kids and kids get sick and then you get sick. Like Kenzo, he'll come home coughing on a Friday and then before you know it, everybody in the house sick. So who knows what it is.
We're in Louisiana for 4 days.
For Labor Day weekend. We just got back last night.
Yeah, and you know that was a very adventurous trip.
It was. Okay, so we got up early Saturday morning.
Are you going right into it?
We're going to go right into it. And we got on the road at 6 a.m. So we got there about a little bit before 2 o'clock. And it was a really good road trip going there. We only made like 2 stops, you know, gas and food. The boys were really, really good on their way there. And then, so we were there all day Saturday in New Orleans. And then Sunday, we had to get up early because we drove to Florida, which is 3 hours away. And we spent the entire day on the beach, which was really, really fun. We went to Pensacola, Florida, and that was such an experience. We saw jellyfish, and we actually got to spend our time on the dog beach, I guess.
Oh, yeah, the dog part of the beach.
The dog part of the beach. So that was pretty cool. And then we drove back. And then Sunday, we had a little bit of family over to sing. It was raining.
Yeah, if y'all could hear what we hear.
Yeah, it's crazy.
Yeah, there's a lot of thunder and lightning out here.
But we on Sunday we sung Happy Birthday to Idol, even though his birthday is this Friday. We just kind of celebrated a little bit early. And then yesterday we drove back. But man, yesterday was such a long trip.
Yeah, it was.
I don't know if it's because we left a little bit later in the day. Like we didn't leave till 11. And we got back about 8. But it was just so long. I don't know. The boys were acting up. It was just like, oh my God. It was the trip from hell, but on the way back.
Yeah. And to add insult to injury, I got a ticket.
Oh, you did. You know what's funny? We could never take a road trip without you getting pulled over.
Yeah, no. Is that true? Hold on. What are you talking about?
We always go to Houston. Nah, I'm okay. I take that back. Not going to say we always go to Houston. You get pulled over. But one out of every 3 or 4 road trips, you do get pulled over.
When have I got a ticket, though?
You don't get a ticket. That's why I was shocked that he gave you one.
You know, I thought, the police pulled me over. Look, I was driving next to all these other cars, obviously. Mm-hmm. You know, I'm already, showing my innocence in this situation. And I saw this super dirty, what do you call it? Police vehicle.
Police, yeah.
So I didn't know if it was a police vehicle. I'm like, it's too dirty.
It was dirty and it was old looking.
Yeah, super dirty, super. I was like, that couldn't be a police.
Yeah.
And then I was, as soon as I kind of finally locked in on him, his lights came on.
Yeah.
But it took him a long time
to catch up.
Yeah, it took him 30 minutes.
I know. I thought, okay, I was like, oh, he not chasing after us. But yeah, it took him a while just to get to us. And
put us over, and there's a black guy. And then I was already feeling like, oh, okay, cool.
Yeah, that's probably what he thought. He wanted you to feel like that.
I thought it was going to be the reverse. I was like, oh, okay. He probably thinks that I'm going to be cool because he's black, but at the end of the day,
I know.
He's just here to do his job, right?
That's what I was thinking too.
Yeah, so you thought it was going to be like that? He thinks I'm going to let him off her. I was like, nah, he ain't going to be easy on me.
See, and that's probably why he wrote you that ticket, because he probably thought that you thought, oh, that's my brother.
Exactly. Yeah.
And he sure did write you a ticket.
And he kept, I'm going to tell you how he kept trying. So then he said, step out the car, do all that, right? Mm-hmm. And then, he said, do you have any idea why I pulled you over? I said, no. And he said, going 80 and a 70. And I was like, okay. And he's like, yeah, wait right here outside the car while I go inside. He's in there for 5 minutes.
Yeah.
Came back outside. He was like, man, that's really cool last name. Where's it from? I was like, Nigeria. He said, oh, okay, cool. Where y'all coming from? I was like, I actually come from New Orleans. Oh, okay, cool. Y'all got family up there? I was like, yeah. He's like, oh, that's really cool. So you're Nigerian, man. That's really cool. Mm-hmm. Sign right here. This is no admission to the. I was like, you trying to be cool or something? You know what I mean?
That's so wrong.
And then it made me feel, when people say police aren't your friend, right? Mm-hmm. And that, just keep it straight.
Yeah.
Don't try to, ask them how their day is. Don't try and chum me up or anything like that. Just answer the question and go.
That's it. Yep.
So
then they already made their minds up.
Yeah. So when he was asking me all those questions, I was like, oh yeah, this, that. Oh, okay, man, that's cool. And I'm thinking, why is he trying to act cool at this moment if he knows? I feel like he was trying to get me upset, But either way, I was like, I took the ticket. I was like, okay, cool. And I didn't even trip. I even tripped by it. I was like, it's all good because A, I'm not from here. Second, I'm probably gonna find some representations I could get that canceled because I'm thinking 80 and a 70.
I know. I didn't know you could get a ticket for doing 10 miles over.
I know.
Any lawyers listening?
Yeah, it's almost like I want to be like, how fast? Like, what is speeding then?
Yeah,
like, if I was going 75, would that have been speeding?
I guess so, because if the max is 70, then you can't do 71 because 71 will be considered speeding.
No. The speed limit, the posted speed limit, I don't think it's a max.
Are you sure?
I'm not sure. What I'm saying is, as a driver, if you go below the speed limit, that means you're slowing all other drivers down. If everyone's going 70 and you're going 63.
Right.
Yeah, right. There's like a minimum. There has to be some level of.
But sometimes they do have a minimum. Well, when I'm driving, I'll see like minimum speed 40, max speed 60. So you can't go below 40, but you can't go above 60. So sometimes they do. I see that on the road.
So 80 and a 70, that ain't make sense to you either.
No, I was like, you got a ticket for that? At least you could have got a warning. I could see if you were doing 85 and a 70, then I'm like, yeah, that's a little, too fast. But 10 miles over, I thought you would have got at least a warning.
Yeah, I know.
And we had kids. Usually police officers, when they pull us over, they see the kids in the back, they're like, oh, I get it.
Yeah, family in the car.
But see, he was young.
Yeah.
And he probably didn't have kids. He don't get it.
Yeah.
When your kid's screaming in the background, you're just trying to get home as quick as possible.
I was even going to push it and, roll down the boy's window. Just look at that. Hey, sir.
Wait, but Ida was talking to him. Ida was talking to him. I was like, Ida, be quiet. He's not our friend.
Yeah, I know. Got a ticket on the way back. So I got to contest that. They said show up to court November. I'm like, see, if it was the old me though, like when my old me, I'm talking about like 23, 24, I would have been bullheaded about it. And then I probably would have drove back.
Really?
To fight it. Not knowing that I probably could have just got a lawyer to represent me.
Wow.
Because either way, you're going to have to pay.
I'm about to say, you just can't pay it online or something? How much is a speeding ticket? Is it expensive?
I don't know.
Oh.
But it's not an issue of whether I want to pay it or not. It's that I don't want it on my record.
Oh, that's true.
I don't want speeding on my record.
I know, because the next time they pull you over, they'll see it.
No. I just feel like my driving record's already bad. So I feel like I don't want to, I got a moving violation. That's what they call these.
Oh my God.
Moving violations. Running stop signs or something like that. I've gotten those, and I've gotten 2 in the same place 3 months apart. And I told myself, same thing with the ladder. I told myself, this is exactly what I tried not to get.
Oh my
and then
goodness.
all of a sudden this happened. And but basically, I got that ticket, and I don't want it to go on my record because I don't want my record to look even worse than what it already is.
You know what I used to get a lot? I never got a ticket, knock on wood, but I used to get all those traffic lights. Those the traffic light camera tickets. I used to get them all the time, and it'd be for the same spot. And I remember one time I think I got like 3 or 4 tickets for the same exact traffic light. And then you were like, you don't have to pay those. I was like, I don't? You're like, no, that's illegal. And then finally they took all the cameras down.
Yeah.
I was like, oh, thank God. I ain't got to pay them. Save me some bucks.
So what'd you think about, we went through Mississippi, right?
Oh, y'all, this was crazy. So we went through, from New Orleans, you got to go through Mississippi, Alabama, Florida. So we go through Mississippi, stop and get gas. And there was this van parked next to the gas station, had all the American flags and Trump flags and Confederate flags that they were selling. And I was like, wow, this is Mississippi,
You know what they call that?
What did they
Word
call
of the day? Bucolic.
Bucolic?
Yeah, which is like country.
Oh, really?
Yeah, country, farmland, rural.
Oh, it was super bucolic. Very, very country.
Yeah. Yeah,
we got some family in Mississippi. When I tell you, they country. Like, no running water, burn their trash, they grow their own fruits and vegetables. Nothing wrong with country living, but when I say they country.
But see, my dad wants that, and I have like affinity kind of towards that. Like living off the land.
Yeah,
I kind of want to do both. They have you have to have a certain amount of wealth and time to where you could like do the city life. Because everything has to be taken care of in your life. To kind of have both, because you're going to be spending money and time in both places.
Right.
But like having a farm where like, I wish the boys were, I wish we had a farm now.
Right.
Where the boys could kind of learn.
How to take care, pull fruits and vegetables.
Yeah,
and all
milk
that
cows,
stuff.
do all that kind of stuff. Even though I've never done it.
Oh my goodness.
I'm over there teaching me.
I think that would be kind of cool though. I mean, in the summers we used to go by my grandmother and we'll stay for like a week. And they would teach us all that stuff. And then my great grandparents had like this little small candy store. Like it was a legit store, and we would go in there and we would, instead of selling the candy, we would eat it all. But it was kind of cool. We liked going to the country because, I mean, there's nothing to do, so you just fish and you're outside playing in dirt, and you just have a really good time with just the nature, I guess.
But it's gonna happen though, because it's already on my to-do list or to get list.
Oh, what, a farm?
Well, acreage, like 500 acres.
Yeah.
That's my minimum goal as far as for getting land.
Yeah.
Because, I told you the 2,000 acre properties. And then we heard another one, Molly Cyrus.
Yeah, her dad
has that 500 acre.
That's crazy.
And I mean, I would love that, because I think, what's his name? Kanye in Wyoming has like, I think like 300 acres.
That's crazy.
Or he might even have like 3,000 acres.
What?
Yeah, let me see how many acres he has.
You want to go and build a huge mansion, a smart home on a farm.
Yeah, well, I just, the land is good to have,
Yeah.
Because I don't even know what you're going to do with the land. Like, what is it, just hold value?
I don't know. I told you my grandmother, she's been telling us since we were small that me, my brother, and my sister, we all have a piece of land with our name on it. She just has to give us the paperwork. But mind you, she's been telling us this for about 30 years or longer. So I don't even know if we have land. She says she does, but I don't know.
Kanye's ranch, 1,400 acres.
That's big.
That's huge.
That's really big. 1,400?
Yeah.
Wow, even 1 acre, 2 acres is like gigantic. Can you imagine 1,400?
1,400 acres. He spent 14.495 million.
Oh, of course he did. That's crazy.
But there's another thing that says that the ranch sits on 6,713 acres.
What?
So there's like different.
So he has 1,400 acres within 6,000 acres.
Yeah, it's not really being clear.
Oh, okay.
I could really break it down, but they'll take time. I don't really want to take up
everybody's time.
Yeah, so
you getting under the weather too, right?
I'm actually getting over it.
Oh yeah, you are. Yeah.
Yeah, I feel like I'm kind of like in a gray zone.
So whatever you had inside of you just kind of flew out your nose and went swimming right into my nose. And
that's how it happens.
I know.
But it was going on vacation or going anywhere, just going out of town.
Yeah.
And being sick, to me is like one of the worst things ever.
Yeah, because you can't really enjoy yourself, and you got to wear the mask the entire time. It just sucks, and then even when we went, out to eat and stuff, you don't really have like that appetite. You go to New Orleans to eat, you want to eat everything, but then when we actually go to these places, you're like, I can't eat it, but like I don't feel good, or I don't have the appetite. I'm just not hungry. It's like, what?
Yeah,
so you can't really just enjoy it,
That's part of the downside. My appetite wasn't there.
Right.
So I couldn't eat the oysters the way I would have liked.
I ate your plate.
Yeah, your plate and my plate.
I know, I was being fat that day.
Yeah, mine had too much cheese on it. I'm not a huge cheese fan.
And I love cheese, but you were right. It was too much cheese on the oysters, but they were good though.
Yeah, and so did you get your fix after going?
Nope.
No, you didn't?
No. I mean, we had we had beignets at Cafe Du Monde, and they weren't cooked the way I like my beignets.
Which is?
I know it sounds picky, but okay, beignets, they come two ways. Sometimes they fry them really hard and crunchy and flat, which I don't like, and that's what I got, or they fry it real fluffy and they're like filled with bread. They're very, very breaded and doughy, which is what I like, which I didn't get. So, you know, I ate one and I was just like, no, this is not what I want. I peeked in your bag. I peeked in my mom's bag to see who had the fluffier beignets, and everybody's had like the flat, crunchy ones. So I only ate one beignet out of the 3. So I didn't get my fix, but it's okay. We can always go back again.
How about the third one? Which one I like is like puffy, but airy in the inside.
I never had that beignet. Not from Cafe Du Monde.
Not from Cafe Du Monde.
Not I had it at Le Bon Ton here in Dallas. Those are good too. But I like mine to be breaded and doughy and, you know, just fluffy. And I didn't get that. But we brought a muffalata home. That was pretty good.
The muffalata.
Any
who don't know what a muffalata is, it's one of my favorite sandwiches. I'm a sandwich man.
You are.
And it's what kind of bread is that? Rye or something like that?
Maybe. You know what? I'm not even sure because it's not French bread.
Yeah, it's a thick rye bread. And then it has pastrami, salami.
Like a Swiss cheese.
Yeah, Swiss. And it has an olive spread. And it's like perfection.
Yeah, it's so good. The olive spread is like these different types of like green, black, and like purple olives. And they use like, I don't know, some type of seasoning and oil, and then they make it, you know, mix it all up and they spread it on a sandwich, and it's really good.
Yeah.
It's delicious.
The rain stopped. Yeah, now we can hear. Now I can hear you.
I know, right?
Yeah.
So,
hey.
yeah.
Oh, and my arm's getting better. If everyone cares, no, I don't think anybody cares.
Man, he was back there this morning cleaning the pool, talking about something. I'm sitting inside the house. He's outside of the house. He's like, blah, blah, and I turn around. I'm looking outside. He's like, my arm's getting better, doing all these arm workouts, and I'm just like, if you don't be careful, and then finally you show me a movie, you're like, oh wait, no, I can't do this, but I could do everything else. And you're doing like the windmill. I'm like,
yeah.
Oh. Then you're like, maybe I should get back on the roof. No, don't even try. Don't even try.
Yeah, because it was it's pretty painful this weekend a little bit, but I guess every time I lay down and I rest,
yeah,
it puts enough. It gives me like strength. So I wake up and I'm like, whoa, it just feels like 25% better. And then I go back to sleep again. Even when I take a nap.
Oh my God.
Even when I take a nap, my arm gets better.
I cannot. That's so funny.
Yeah, on the beach when we saw those jellyfish.
Yeah.
We learned something new about jellyfish. We learned that jellyfish only live, some of them only a few days.
Yeah.
And the highest, like the largest ones, would never live up to a year.
That's so weird, right?
Yeah, because I was like, I would love like a fish tank.
Right.
You know, huge fish tank with a bunch of like jellyfish, because you know they glow, right? And I'm like, after learning that, I'm like, I'm not gonna be switching out jellyfish. And what happens after they die?
I don't know. Do they become like fish food?
Or
no,
maybe
nobody would eat a jellyfish.
No, I don't think. Can you eat a jellyfish?
No, it's so gross. My sister got stung.
Yeah, she got stung.
When we were on the beach, she got stung on her arm by the jellyfish. But they had some huge ones. They had some little small ones, but then they had this one big one, looked like silicone.
Yeah, yeah. I had to pee on her sister's arm.
No, you did not. Don't start that rumor. I offered, and this man standing behind us, he just started laughing. He was like, "That'll do it. That'll do it." And my sister's like, "Ew, no."
There's some other people who were visiting the beach. And the kid got
stung,
and I think it's 2 kids got stung by it. And I guess the parents didn't know what to do, so what they did is just rub sand on it.
Oh my god, I saw that.
Yeah,
I was wondering what they were doing.
Sand.
And then they took one of the kids back into the ocean. I was like, "There's more jellyfish in the ocean. Why are you taking them back into the ocean?"
I think they come out after a certain time, though.
The jellyfish?
Yeah, because after a certain time, there are just a lot of them.
Yeah, no, it was. Closer to like 5, and we kept seeing more and more. So maybe.
I wonder if jellyfish are like the mosquitoes of the water. Right?
Could be. Yeah, that sounds about right.
I know I keep switching subjects. In Florida, they released, I think, 1.25 million mosquitoes. They genetically.
What do you mean they released?
They modified the mosquitoes to attack the other mosquito larvae. So therefore, like it makes them, it'll like kill off all like the mosquitoes and the diseases and things like that.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
They need to release it here then, because man, just standing outside with you while you were cleaning the pool for like 5 minutes, my whole leg got tore by mosquitoes.
Oh,
and
man.
I had bug spray.
Yeah, but
mosquito spray, whatever.
That don't happen to your boy.
I know you don't get bit by mosquitoes.
No,
That's so weird.
I know.
I could be outside for literally 1 second. It's like they sense or smell me, and all of a sudden I'm like surrounded by mosquitoes, and I'm just like, okay, I gotta go inside because I'm already getting bit. And you're just like talking and cleaning the pool.
They don't even know I'm there.
I know.
Yeah.
What is that? You think they're attracted to certain like blood types or something?
I think it has something to do with the blood type.
We need to research that.
I need to talk to our doctor correspondent about that.
Yeah, let us know.
Yeah, let us know.
We be needing to know because I always get bit by mosquitoes. Always.
I know, and that's been since you've been young, right?
I think so.
Nah, I mean, I've never been bit like that.
I know,
but there's been times where I ain't trying to say I'm trying to brag.
So you bragging, all right? Go ahead.
But in college, there, people walking outside, and I walked outside with my shirt off. People are like, hey, this buzz all over here, man. That's biting me. I was like, oh, it's biting you?
Oh my God!
I didn't know there's any mosquitoes out here. He's like, man, you ain't get bit, bro. You ain't got no shirt on. I was like, oh no, I don't get bit. And they're like,
oh my God.
Oh hell no, everyone get bit.
I know,
like, nah,
and you don't.
bit.
You really don't. That's so weird. And then the one time you do get bit, you exaggerate. Oh my God, I got bit by a mosquito. I'm like, see, there you go. Humbling experience.
So back to Cafe du Monde. That wasn't satisfying.
No, it didn't crave my itch.
Yeah,
it didn't crave it, but it's all good. Like I said, we could go back. Your itch. What is it? It didn't scratch my itch.
Yeah,
crave, scratch, crave. We had gumbo. Gumbo was good. But I think it was because I just didn't have a lot of energy this trip. I don't know what it was. Normally I'm like, oh, let's go to this restaurant and get food, or let's go here, let's go there. I think because everything was shut down, and it was just like, I just kind of want to just chill, It took us forever just to get wings that one night because everything was closing. So we went to Brothers, but Brothers got good wings, so we did that. But
yeah,
it was just more like, let's
kinda
just chill. Yeah, I think because of that drive too. The drive just takes so much out of you.
The drive wasn't too bad to me.
Well, you drove the whole way, so
yeah, I drove
and back.
Drove there and I drove back.
Yeah, you did, and it wasn't bad. Mm-mm. Maybe it was just because I was just sitting for so long. Your girl can't keep still.
Is that true?
Your girl can't keep still, so maybe that's what it was. I don't know.
So what are we going to do as far as like getting you better? You need soup?
I need some soup, y'all. I need some soup. Just, I think I'll be all right.
So what do you rate the trip overall?
Like 1 through 10?
Yeah.
I would say like a good 8. I would say it was a good 8 because I still was able to eat some good food. My parents barbecued for Labor Day, which was cool. My dad was there, my aunts, I got to see them. So I got to see family who I haven't seen in a while. So it was a good trip. I would say a good solid 8 would have, what could have made it a 9, 10. Obviously if COVID wasn't around, we could have been more free with going here, going there, doing some things. But that's about it.
Everyone was turning up this weekend, especially in Atlanta. Really? Yeah.
Well, I didn't even see what happened in Atlanta. People are in the strip clubs and regular clubs. And,
it's the weekend to turn up.
So is nothing shut down in Atlanta?
I don't think so.
That's weird.
I mean, like when I say packed club, hookah, everything.
Really? Mm-hmm. Nobody cares, I guess.
Yeah,
or nobody cares anymore.
Yeah, I don't think anybody cares like that. Except for certain places like I know California, New York is still. I mean, it's only in those places like California, New York, Florida, I think, where people are like fighting still, like if you don't have a mask. Whereas places like Texas,
yeah.
I mean, the difference with Louisiana is that a lot of places were shut down. You couldn't even go inside.
Yeah, you couldn't.
So that's different from Texas because you could still go inside.
Yeah, and that was frustrating too. That was another frustrating part because as we're driving, to take bathroom breaks. Of course, McDonald's has like the cleanest restroom to go to. When you're driving, and the fact that we had to stop at all these gas stations trying to see who's open to use the restroom, and then. A lot of times the restrooms aren't even clean, so that was frustrating too.
Yeah, no, we saw Buc-ee's, we never stopped there.
I know, we didn't even stop at Buc-ee's. Well, we were trying to help her get home.
I know. How's it feel to finally sleep in your own bed?
It felt great. I slept amazing.
Yeah,
I slept amazing. We slept on a blow up air mattress, but it was one of those really elevated ones. So it was cool, but then it felt like throughout the night, like the air was like going out.
Yeah. You know, those air blow up mattresses, your back, your back. Nah, my back never really hurts.
No, mine doesn't either. But it just feels good to sleep in my own bed, you know.
Yeah, it's been a while. It takes at least. I even use today as a day of rest.
Today was a day of rest.
I was like, look, I'm not gonna pressure myself to do too many things. I'm just gonna chill, get my energy back, because usually like any traveling just exhausts me.
It does. It's like you're supposed to go on a trip for relaxation, but then you come back even more tired than before you left. I don't know what that is. But yeah, I'm so tired today. So today was definitely a chill day. I just ran one errand and that was it. And yeah, I'm chilling.
No pressure. So you feel no pressure on you right now?
No pressure.
What's
like
going on?
My body feels relaxed. Like I don't go back to work until Monday, so I'm definitely gonna take this time to just chill.
This is a different Bly right now that y'all are hearing.
It is.
Usually she's very anxious about
that's true.
Incomplete things.
Yeah, but maybe because I don't feel well too, so I can't really force myself to do anything. I'm trying to do stuff, like I force myself to get up and go, you know, to the store and grab some stuff, just so I can start organizing what I want to organize. But you know, I just need to just take it easy. You know.
Yeah.
Don't force myself to do anything today.
So what do you have planned next for your vacation?
So I'm not really anything. I'm just gonna be chilling. Just a lot of like cleaning up and organizing in the home.
So you got everything out of your system as far as going places. You're just gonna get your rest,
get my rest, chill. Idol's birthday is this Friday, so maybe we'll have the family over and have some cake. That's probably, and we probably won't even do that. I don't know. It's up to you, whatever you want to do. But I'm chilling. I'm tired.
Yeah. So I do have another random question.
Okay.
No, because I know
you made me nervous.
No, it's not nothing weird or anything like that. Hold on, am I making it weird?
I don't know. When you said I have a random question, I'm like, oh, what is it?
No, like this is a non-judgmental question.
Okay.
So it's an open-minded question.
Okay, let me open my mind.
Okay. What are your thoughts on mothers who, you know, like kind of struggling a little bit and they want to find a new source of paying the bills?
Okay.
And then they join like OnlyFans. I saw an interview with this woman, you know, and I was listening with an open mind, not judging her and trying to be like, oh, she should do this, she shouldn't do that. But, you know, basically in the interview, she was talking about how she's joined OnlyFans. And, you know, they asked her like, what's on there? And she said, you know, just nude pictures of me and video clips and stuff like that. But, you know, my son knows about it. My daughter knows about it too. And she has 3 children. And they all are okay with it. But, you know, I think they're all young. And, you know, that's her. And, you know, obviously when you're interviewing, you're like, oh, yeah, well, you know, whatever it takes for you to pay the bills and all that. And it just kind of made me think, like, OnlyFans as an option, not the fact that you're using OnlyFans, but if you are in essence like soliciting nudes or soliciting like videos or even prostitution, is that a legitimate option as you see it, or do you like? Because you know, what are your thoughts? Do you have thoughts on that? Because I have thoughts.
Yeah, I have thoughts. I mean, to each his own. I would never do that personally, and I wouldn't. And if I did choose to do it, I wouldn't tell my kids either.
Why?
I wouldn't want them to know that I'm doing stuff like that, even though it will probably come out and they'll see it. But see, that would be my fear to not do it in the first place. Because yes, I could tell my kids, "Hey, mommy's doing this just to pay a few bills," and they're like, "Okay, mommy, that's cool." But see, when they see the mom naked, when the friends see the mom and they show that's the embarrassing part. Like, it will definitely affect your child for the rest of their life. Like, their friends see their moms naked and they're probably showing the kids their mom, you know. So I would just never put my children
in that
situation.
Move?
Yeah, I just wouldn't do it, because especially because I do have boys, and I would hate for me to put a naked nude photo of myself and it get back to them and they see it, whether they know or not. It's still embarrassing, you know. So, and I wouldn't even want my kids to see me naked. That's kind of weird.
Yeah, well, my overall thought on the whole thing was, is the easy option. it seems like, that's why I was kind of balancing between this. Really, like, all right, should you work hard to earn something that anybody else could get, right? Or should it be really easy for you to earn what everyone else gets, right? So if it is, does it matter if you get $10 by working hard, or if you get $10 by, doing something super easy?
Yeah.
And like at the end of the day, your goal is to get the same thing, right? So then I thought, I'm like, all right, if she could, because other people are using their body, which all you got to do is take a few pictures and
right.
a few angles here and there, and yeah, you'll get better or whatever it is, but at the minimum level, you're using what you already have, and you're getting paid from that. You got to promote that, do all that, right? And I'm thinking, is the easy option a fair option, or is it something that, just because it's easy doesn't mean it's good?
Yeah, see, that's a hard one. I know. I feel like, I don't know. That's a hard one. I would think that, I don't know.
You see what I'm saying? She could go out of her way.
Yeah, she could work hard, grind, or she could just do it the easy way.
Yeah, or just find the easy way that other people are already taking.
Right.
She sees it, that other people are advantaging themselves through OnlyFans and making money. And she's like, let me dive in because I got a nice body. I don't mind showing, myself off in this way.
Yeah.
I'm gonna have that talk with, like, she's taking the necessary steps to communicate it with her children. Now, mind you, no one's a fortune teller, so no one's gonna know what would happen in the end of that. But it does make me question, like, not illegal money, you know. So it's not the sense of, is it easy illegally or not? This is not a question of illegal or not. I'm talking about on a legal basis. Does it work matter? So that's what I was wondering. I'm like, does it matter that she's choosing OnlyFans as a means to?
But this day and age is all about getting easy, fast money.
Yeah.
So for guys, is what? Selling drugs.
Yeah.
Get that easy, quick, fast money. It takes zero education to do it. For women,
scamming.
Yeah, scamming is another one. OnlyFans, like, it takes zero education to do it, and that's the easiest way you could make really quick, fast money. So I see why girls are doing it, because, I mean, they already kind of doing it anyway for free.
Yeah, but they're also being finessed by those who've hit the lottery in OnlyFans. Like, they see someone like, guess what? I was on OnlyFans for 2 weeks and I made $17,000. And
it's true. And there's actually this one girl that I do follow, and she's always posted half naked photos or very salacious photos. She's very flirtatious with the camera. And then all of a sudden she did mention that she's on OnlyFans, but it's funny because when she said it, I already knew she was going to join it because she did it already on Instagram. So it's like, if you're going to do it already, why not make money off of it? And she owns her own business, and she's very extremely popular. I don't want to say who she is, but everybody knows who she is, who this girl is. But yeah, she's on OnlyFans, and somebody questioned it. Somebody wrote a comment under one of her photos and was like, so if you do this for Instagram, like, what are we going to see on OnlyFans? Because you're already pretty much naked. You just got like some stars on your boobies to kind of block it out a little bit. But she was like, you'll see this plus and more, so she's probably getting like, she's extremely naked,
Yeah, I'm like, why do you follow that?
No, but see, I followed her before all this. Like, if I tell you what she does, then people will know who she is. So she's a fashion designer.
No judgment.
No. She's a fashion designer. I wouldn't say fashion, jewelry designer. She designs jewelry.
But she started becoming more.
She's always been popular because of who she dated in the past. She dated a rapper or singer or whatever. So when I followed her, she was designing jewelry. That's why I started following her. And I like her style, or lack thereof. And I like the way she wears her hair, makeup, whatever. But then over time, like I said, she started, the jewelry that she makes is for nude bodies pretty much. And but when she would post models wearing her jewelry, she would block out the area, so you don't really see anything. But then she herself started posting pictures of herself and videos of herself, and it's like, okay, it made sense why she did an OnlyFans page, because she's already doing it for Instagram. Now she's doing it for money. And she even posted like a snapshot of her I guess her bank account of how much she makes, and in like 1 month she made like almost 20,000 just by posting on OnlyFans. So it's like, you know,
I know, and people and you know, some people see that just like when they see Cardi B make it, you know, from being a stripper, or Amber Rose, and they're like, you know what, I'm gonna go full on. I'm gonna be a stripper. I'm gonna take it to that level. You know, and they start their own, and they figure out that, oh, you're gonna have to advertise and promote, and you know, get the right angles and do certain things. And every time whatever you do, you're only as good as your last at bat. So you have to kind of take it up a notch every single time to still keep the same people's attention. Because just because you make 20,000 in 1 month doesn't mean that's going to come residually every single month. You got to keep it going. Otherwise, you're going to lose subscribers. Right. You want to get more subscribers, so you got to keep doing more things. So yeah, it's a system that you're caught up in.
But this really became, like, I think, extremely popular because of the whole shutdown, right? Like, it seemed like more and more women were joining it because so many people didn't have jobs and they had to keep food on the table. So this is one way to do it. I mean, in their minds, they're probably like, well, at least I'm not out there selling my body. You know, I'm just posting pictures, naked, half naked, you know, to put food on the table. If that's what I have to do, that's what I have to do. So they probably think it's not as disrespectful to themselves, like, you know, being a prostitute or something, or a stripper.
As in society, are we prude by looking at, like, you know what I mean?
I don't think we're prude. I mean,
no, not me and you.
I'm
saying society. Like, are we prude as a society that looks at someone who solicits nude pictures as a cheap way of making money?
No, I mean, I don't know. I just think that it's kind of like an upgrade to prostitution, maybe. You know, it's like because to be a prostitute, to be out there on the street, like, it's looked down upon, it's frowned upon, you know, like, oh, look at her, she's a hooker, you know. But if you do OnlyFans, I feel like people aren't really giving you the side eye like that.
Yeah, you get support.
Yeah, you kind of get support, and we may know a bunch of people who do OnlyFans and just may not know. You know what I'm saying? But I feel like you would know if somebody's like a prostitute.
I feel like you'll eventually know. You can't hide it. I think it's like most people, you know, you do it, and then eventually, not only are you going to get better at it, but it's going to spread, and you're never going to know, you know, what other people know, because you're going to be the last, really, because, you know, you think, oh, no one's going to know, I'm going to change my name, I'm going to change this, and then somebody is going to see you, and then it's going to kind of spread, and everyone around you knows, but you think they don't know.
Exactly. See, that's why I couldn't do nothing like that. Too many people know me. You know, I'm popular. I'm just kidding.
You've been kind of considering that as an option or something?
No, indeed. I would never.
It sounds like you're saying, like, if I wasn't who I was, if I wasn't popular like this, I would tap in.
No. If I had an OnlyFans page, y'all would be so upset with me. I'd be wearing sweatshirts and sweatpants.
You know what's got has the OnlyFans? Safari.
What? I didn't know men could join. I didn't even think that way.
Safari has OnlyFans where he shows his stuff.
And he's married. I'm sure his wife is okay with that.
Yeah.
That's crazy.
Yeah, even he made a remix to WAP.
Oh my God.
Yeah. I don't know. I've never heard it, but it's basically his. He's trying to make a male version.
What?
And but like it's him and I think a guy named Casanova. He's a rapper in New York. He has OnlyFans too. Yeah.
I'm so shocked at
crazy,
this.
Right?
That's so childish.
Yeah, like
that is so childish. I didn't know men could join. I don't know why I didn't think that men could join. I thought it was just like a woman's thing.
Nah, and OnlyFans not even it's not even for like nudes.
It's not?
No, OnlyFans is really like for your fans. Oh. So like Cardi B has OnlyFans, but you know, she only showing behind the scenes.
Oh, so we as in people, turned it into something that is not even supposed to be.
That's not what it is. So when people say OnlyFans, you know, like some woman was like, you don't have to join OnlyFans to be like this because that's the way y'all made it look, you know? So OnlyFans, like Cardi B has an OnlyFans. There's a few others. The DJ girl.
I forgot her name. She lives here in Dallas.
Yeah,
I forgot her name. Duffy. DJ
Duffy.
DJ
Duffy. She has an OnlyFans. There's also that white girl who does 1 a.m. radio.
I don't know.
She has OnlyFans too. No nudity or anything like that.
Oh, okay.
And they're showing, I guess some of them are doing like, yes, Jules, that's her name.
Oh, okay.
And she does like stretches and things like that, showing off her body. But you know, she makes like, I think like $40K a month or something like that from
Just
it.
off of that? Wow.
Yeah. And so it's meant for like, if you have, let's say 100,000 followers, they're not all your fans. They're just kind of onlookers. And you could take those 100,000 followers and you could start OnlyFans and have those, like your really true diehard fans pay you monthly just to get behind the scenes and know you even closer. So that's what it's meant for, is like, these are my fans. These are my only fans. And they're paying $5 a month to get a little bit more of me. And I'm giving them a little bit more of me because, you know, they're paying for it.
Wow. I wonder if the Kardashians have it.
No. I know a lot of podcasts and other creatives, they do Patreon.
I remember I heard you talk about this before.
Yeah, I considered it as far as, I mean, I'm still considering it, but it's one of those things that you get your listeners to pay a certain amount monthly and you give them some type of exclusive behind the scenes or another separate podcast, or you could do something like have it where you're cursing, you know, like you have the edited version come out for free, and then the cursing one is the one that's a Patreon version. So you know, they call that the technical term for this is paywall.
Paywall.
Yeah. So when there's a paywall, it means that like all magazines do it. So if you want to like subscribe to a certain magazine, they give you a certain amount of free like articles. Then to finish reading the article, there's a paywall. It says, "Oh, you got to pay if you want to finish reading." See the rest. And the same thing, putting your content behind a paywall, where the only way to access it is if you pay.
Gotcha.
So that's kind of what it is.
Okay.
Yeah. So yeah, that's the breakdown of that. Does help answer that question though, because your verdict on the whole OnlyFans, it's a doable option.
Not for me.
Not for you, but I'm saying,
but
like,
I mean, if somebody wants to do it, then cool. I guess.
Yeah, I have no personal problem with it. I just thought that there are some unforeseen consequences that could come from it.
Of course.
You know, as anybody who does it, because once you have your body out there in any type of way, in a nude or whatever, it does keep you away from certain opportunities.
Well, I don't know, because Kim Kardashian, we've seen every piece of her body and she still have opportunities. I don't know if because she has money, but...
Yeah, but she didn't continue that.
Well, when did she stop posting naked photos? Like last year?
No. She'll post... I think you're talking about the Ray J thing.
No, that started it. But I feel like every year she always throws out like, "Hey, look at me." I think the last photo maybe not the last photo. Remember that magazine cover she did with her like kind of bent over with the bottle of champagne popping? Yeah. You know, it's like every now and then it's always some type of naked photo. And I think she posted one of her laying on the bed naked or something. I don't know.
Yeah, she's always posted like nudes like that, but she ain't no pornographic nudes.
Well, we don't know what these girls are posting. It could be pictures like Kim Kardashian, or it could be pornographic nudes.
That's true.
Unless you on OnlyFans.
No. No.
Okay.
Look at this. What is this? This is an intervention now.
Look at you. You need some more water? Boy's thirsty.
This is so funny. Yeah. But yeah, what else is up with you?
That's it. Oh, I'm hosting well, it's not like hosting, but I'm having 3 of my girlfriends come by on Sunday, and we're going to do like a mama's night out type thing. So I'm going to have them come over and going to cook and, you know, just have like a girls' night. That's it. This Sunday. It's
funny. You have to tell me at least 5 times for me to, for it to finally seep in.
Yep, I know.
Because you're like, "Hey, we got like the rental and everything for New Orleans this weekend." I was like, "This weekend?" He's like, "Yeah, I told you 4 weeks ago. And 2 weeks ago. And last week.
And yesterday."
I'm like, oh man, sometimes it just never.
And then I got to call you the day that we need it. "Hey, did you get the rental? You know, I'm on my way there now." I'm like,
Yeah, but I already knew I was going to get it though. So
yeah.
On that trip, I got a plug.
Oh my God, you do have a plug.
Yeah, rental plug. And
a rental plug.
So that's this Sunday that you're doing it.
Yes, this Sunday at my house. But it's not like a big old thing. I'm just having my 3 girlfriends over. And
You said my house.
Oh, I know, our house. It's just going to be like something cute, something chill, you know. And they've been asking me to, like, when are we going to get together? And we all haven't hung out in almost a year. Mm-hmm. So I was like, okay, well, I'm gonna do something this weekend. I promise. I'm going to have y'all over. I'll cook. And we're going to get together and gossip. So that's what we're doing on Sunday.
Okay.
The Lord's Day.
I got to get my boys together.
Yeah, you go take the boys and y'all go run the streets while we up in here having fun.
That's funny. There's a good word. I already gave that one word, bucolic.
You did.
There's another one.
What's that?
Fugacious.
Fugacious? Mm-hmm. Is that like fugazi?
No.
No, what's fugacious?
Fugacious is something that it's like fleeting. Mm-hmm. Something that like goes away quickly. For example, like a flower that blooms and the petals that fall quickly after it blooms. So
fugacious.
Yeah, so it's almost like some of these like these businesses that people put up. Mm-hmm. Quite fugacious, you know. They put them up and then it disappears and on a new one next day.
Oh, that's true.
Yeah, so fugacious is fleeting, not there very long, passing very quickly, nothing long term.
Gotcha.
Fugacious. That's
like
a good
that.
one, right?
Yeah,
I love that one. Look, I've already liked Fugazi.
Yeah, that's what I was like. Is that like Fugazi?
You know, Fugazi, I know that's like fake.
Mm-hmm. You playing too many games.
Mm-hmm. And Fugacious is not long lasting.
I like that.
Very fleeting, very quick. So I'm gonna use that one. I feel like I'm getting a little bit sick. For
real? You feel like it's bouncing off of me back to you?
No,
I feel like your energy's getting a little low, right?
Yeah, I'm over here trying to bring y'all A1 energy, and I'm trying to pull it out of me.
Maybe you're feeding off of my energy.
Maybe
because I'm like drooping.
I know we should have a complaint department.
We should complain to the kids and see what happens.
No, I'm talking about the listeners should have a complaint department and say, your energy was lower than I would like.
They could complain to us. Look, we would love to hear the feedback. We like feedback.
True. That's true.
Mm-hmm. Feedback helps us grow.
Anything else you ever want to get off your chest?
I don't have nothing else to say, which is weird because I feel like we always have tons of things to say.
I know.
We'll have more for y'all next time.
Yeah, we will.
That's for sure.
We hope y'all enjoy your week.
Yes.
We love y'all.
We
we will see you later. Peace out. Yeah. Peace, love, and happiness. Peace out.